Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive. We're all about getting right to the good stuff like cutting through the noise and figuring out what actually matters. And today, that means AI.
AI.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, right? But we're zeroing in on something specific, AI and how it's shaking up music and video.
Right. And not just in some abstract way. We're talking about actual tools, AI-powered tools that are changing how we make beats, edit videos, things that used to take, well, forever.
Yeah, I mean, you brought some really cool stuff to look at today, and freebeat.ai really stood out. So today, it's all about you, the creators. What can these tools actually do for you?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, how can they take these complex processes and, I don't know, make them less of a headache,
Yeah.
more straightforward?
Exactly. Like, let's be real. Who wants to spend hours tweaking tiny details?
Yeah.
AI can take those repetitive tasks off your plate.
Totally. Like syncing music and visuals. I mean, that used to be a nightmare, hours, days even, trying to get everything lined up just right. But now AI can just analyze the music, understand the rhythm, the tempo, the whole structure.
And it's not just basic beat matching. The info we have on freebeat.ai, it's actually using like advanced machine learning to figure out how all the musical elements work together.
Mm-hmm.
And then it uses that to create transitions in your video that flow perfectly.
Yeah, it's not just about sticking a visual on a beat. It's like the music is actually driving the visuals, which is pretty amazing. So what does that actually mean for someone creating content?
I mean, think about it. All those hours you spent tweaking frames and moving beats around, gone. That time is yours now to actually be creative, to experiment, to try new things.
Right. You're not bogged down in the technical stuff. You can actually play around with different rhythms, timings, really get creative with the pacing and the feel. I mean, that could lead to some really cool stuff.
Totally. It's like having a super skilled assistant who handles all the boring stuff so you can focus on the big picture.
100%. And the other thing that's really exciting is I feel like these AI tools are making it easier for everyone to create really professional looking content, not just the pros.
Yeah, democratizing access, right.
Yeah.
I used to need crazy expensive software, years of experience to make stuff that looked really polished.
Oh, for sure. You had to know all the ins and outs, all the technical tricks, but AI is changing that.
It's like all this power, it's suddenly within reach for everyone, even if you're just starting out.
Like I'm looking at freebeat.ai here, and it's all about being intuitive and easy to use. So you can create professional quality stuff without, breaking the bank or spending years learning how.
Exactly. And that's huge, not just for individuals, but for small businesses, anyone who needs great content but doesn't have a huge budget. So let's talk features. What are these AI tools actually doing?
All right, let's get into it. So first up, automatic beat matching. That seems pretty fundamental.
I mean, it is the heart of it, right? The AI analyzes the music, pinpoints every single beat, and then syncs those beats to the visuals. And the cool thing is, freebeat.ai is doing this in real time.
Whoa, so that means like as you're editing, the AI is constantly making sure everything's perfectly in sync, no more manual adjustments.
That's the idea, yeah. It's just happening in the background so you can focus on the creative stuff. And then there's tempo and rhythm adjustment, which takes things to another level.
Yeah, it's like fine-tuning the feel, speeding things up for an action sequence, slowing things down for a dramatic moment. You're really shaping the emotional impact here.
Right. And freebeat.ai, you can actually manipulate the beats themselves. You're not just stuck with the original track. You have the freedom to make it your own.
So it's not just about matching the visuals to the music. You can actually mold the music to fit your vision. That's really powerful. What else? What about smart automation? That seems like where things get really interesting.
Yeah, and one of the big ones is video sequencing. This is a huge time saver for anyone dealing with lots of footage.
Oh, I can only imagine. Sifting through hours of raw video, trying to put it all together into something that makes sense. I mean, that could take forever.
Exactly. But the AI can analyze all that footage, figure out the best way to arrange it, and create a sequence that flows smoothly and tells a story.
And freebeat.ai, it actually says it can generate these professional quality sequences. So like your rough cut is basically done for you. You can just focus on refining it.
It's like having an AI assistant editor.
Hmm.
Then there's the special effects integration, and this is where it starts to get really cool.
Okay, yeah, I'm intrigued. So not just basic editing, we're talking like transitions, color grading, even lighting effects, all done automatically.
And done intelligently. Freebeat.ai, for example, it offers these smart effects that react to the beat of the music.
Oh, wow. So transitions that hit on a cymbal crash or the colors change with the key of the music, that's next level.
Yeah. And it really adds a lot to the viewer's experience. It's like the visuals are dancing with the music.
Okay, so we've got all this amazing automation happening, but what about control? Can you actually customize things?
That's super important, right?
Yeah,
You don't want to just be handed a finished product.
yeah,
You need to be able to tweak things, make it your own.
for sure. So dynamic beat modifications, that seems like a key one. It's not just analyzing the beats, it's letting you change them.
Yeah, in real time. And freebeat.ai specifically mentions being able to modify compositions to match your artistic vision.
So you can actually change the music itself to better fit your visuals. That's huge.
And then there's the integration of layered music and video. This can be really tricky when you're trying to get all those different elements to work together seamlessly.
Oh yeah, I've dabbled in video editing. It's like herding cats.
But AI makes it much easier.
Mm.
Freebeat.ai, it supports layered editing, so you can build these really rich, complex audiovisual experiences.
So you can have multiple audio tracks, all kinds of video elements, and it all just works together. That's awesome. But all this power is useless if the tools are too complicated to use, right?
Exactly. User-friendliness is key. And that's where intuitive user interfaces come in.
Drag and drop tools, clear menus, things that are easy to understand even if you're not a tech expert.
And freebie.ai, they really emphasize this. Drag and drop functionality,
Yeah.
simple controls. So you can create amazing stuff without needing a degree in computer science.
And then they've also got tutorials and guided tools. So if you're new to all this, there's help built right in.
It's like having a personal tutor right there in the software. Okay, so lots of impressive features. But what does it all mean for you, the creator? What are the real benefits of using these AI tools?
Right, we've talked a lot about the how, but why should someone actually care? Like, what's the payoff?
I think the most obvious one is time. These tools can save you a ton of time.
No more hours wasted on repetitive tasks. That's time you can spend actually being creative, coming up with new ideas.
And freebeat.ai, they really highlight how much faster you can complete projects. And that's huge. You can get your content out there quicker, keep up with the ever-changing trends.
And it's not just about speed. These tools can actually help you be more creative.
Yeah, like think about those AI-driven suggestions. They can spark ideas you might never have thought of on your own. Unique visual effects, creative transitions.
Freebeat.ai talks about AI-enhanced effects that adapt to the beat of the music. Imagine that, like the visuals are alive, responding to the sound in real time.
And one of the most important benefits, I think, is accessibility. These tools are making professional-level production possible for everyone.
Yeah, it's not just for the big studios anymore. Anyone can create high-quality content now without expensive equipment or years of training. And Freebie.ai, they specifically talk about how they're empowering creators of all levels to make amazing stuff.
And that's really what it's all about, isn't it? Giving everyone the tools to bring their ideas to life. So if you're thinking about trying out one of these AI tools, where do you even begin?
Right. How do you know which one's right for you? Well, I think the first thing is to be honest with yourself about what you want to achieve.
Yeah. What are your goals? Are you a total beginner? Do you have specific needs for a particular project? Freebie.ai, for example, they say they cater to all skill levels.
So they might be a good place to start. And of course, budget's always a factor. But the good news is there are a lot of free and freemium options out there.
Yeah, freebie.ai even offers some advanced features for free, which is amazing. So you can experiment, see what works for you. And then another important thing is to think about scalability and compatibility.
Right, you want a tool that can grow with you, that works with the other software you use. And freebie.ai, they talk about their seamless compatibility, so that's a big plus. So, as we wrap things up, I think it's clear that these AI beat and video tools, especially ones like freebeat.ai, are really changing the game for creators.
Totally. They're saving you time and effort, inspiring new ideas, and making professional quality production accessible to everyone.
You're not stuck doing things the old time-consuming way. You can focus on being creative, on telling your story. So think about it. How could these tools change your creative process? What amazing things could you create with them?
What projects might suddenly become possible that you never even dreamed of before? It's really worth exploring.
It really is. All right, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.